So, Nanothernostics is the further towards clinical application. To my person, I'm a physician, I'm doing research, I'm doing clinical operation and research, and so we have heard on this conference very extensively about nanoparticles used for imaging purposes and therapy. We've heard about various imaging modalities, optical imaging, nuclear imaging, MRI, CT and ultrasound imaging, and we have also heard about various nanoparticle nanocarriers where we can hopefully specifically deliver pharmaceuticals into desired body compartments, liposomes, micelles, organic polymers, carbon, and iron oxide nanoparticles. And I would like to focus on iron oxide nanoparticles because, first of all, we have heard today very nicely from Professor Gaspar that nanoparticles, iron oxide nanoparticles are still on the market, Endorem, Cinerem, Resolvist, and they have a good contrast agent, and yeah, they can also be used besides as a contrast agent as carriers. I do personally do experimental research in animals, hopefully in the future in human trials, for target delivery with chemotherapeutic agents. So we do use iron oxide, biocompatible iron oxides, and to place them intraarterially into tumor-supplying vessels in rabbits actually. And I do concentrate this compound then with an external magnetic field, so I can focus imaging tool and the therapeutic agent in once in this experimental setting. With this external magnetic field, we have heard yesterday also from Dr. Jordan about his encouraging data concerning human trials. So we can use these particles beside as a carrier also specifically for hyperthermic purposes. And I would like to introduce it to another possibility. We have heard a lot about biodistribution of chemotherapeutic agents and particles. We can use these nanoparticles also to quantitative analysis. That means with magnetorotaxometry is a special device where you can magnetize particles, and the grade of relaxation is you can then refine the concentration of particles in certain body compartments. So you can use it as an imaging tool, as nanocarrier, as a therapeutic agent, and also you can do a biodistribution. Yeah, here I would like to introduce it to a very nice paper from Jane et al. Biomaterials published in 2009. What do? They did use also iron oxide nanoparticles. They have a biocompatible layer, it's oleic acid, and they bound to this particle an anti-cancer agent and fluorine 127, and then injected this into tumor-bearing rats and could do, first of all, treatment, of course, but on the other side also imaging with a gamma camera, as you can see here, pointer or something like that. And as you can see on the right slide, on the right picture, that you can then imaging or visualize the concentration of the particles in the tumor. Yeah, we did, as I mentioned before, in animals, intraarterial application of nanoparticles bound to chemotherapeutic agent. You see here this is a tumor, MRI of hind limb of the left hind limb in rabbits, and even in T1, normally you use T2, but in T1 weighing, you see here in the tumor extinction or distinction of the signal. That means you have here imaging controlled delivery of particles, which it's very important, especially to translate this model into human trials. So therefore we have a tool to imaging and visualize the distribution. And as I mentioned before, this is magnetorotaxometry. We did this the same animal where we did the imaging. We did the magnetorotaxometry in Berlin with the PTB, and there you can see that the same animal, we did a qualitative analysis of the distribution of the particles in the tumor region, and we did there also a quantitative analysis. The grade of the distinction or the relaxation is a grade of the concentration of particles, and we could see that with our approach we could concentrate this particle compound in the tumor. So taken together, currently I think, because I'm a fan of iron oxide nanoparticles, to be honest with you, that nanoparticles offer an excellent opportunity to combine both imaging and therapy. as a nanothernostic tool, and I think this is of very high medical and also, of course, economic property. Thank you very much.